provision, and it is also the only right to ever be abolished in the history of Indian constitutional law. So you can imagine that there's a lot of contention around this, right? The debate on the right to property started even before the terms of independence were worked out. So crucial was this issue. It lasted for 2.5 years. It came up with a compromise, which essentially nobody was really too happy about because it just led to continued contestation, and now we're back to the same thing. So what's really going on? What is this right? Why is it such a villain in the story, right? So Article 19(1)(f) is essentially giving all citizens the right to acquire, hold, and dispose of property. This was required because India did not have equality of status and opportunity at the time of independence. Women did not have the same rights as men with respect to ownership of property. Dalits were discriminated against. So this was a dignitarian right, giving everybody the dignity to hold and dispose of property. Remember, liberal critical theory, property itself means that everyone has ownership of their own capacity. So this is the right about capacity. You're giving capacity to people who didn't have it before. Article 19(5), because our rights were not unlimited, the state can impose reasonable restrictions on the right to property in the public interest. And Article 31, this is the contentious provision, is essentially the law of eminent domain codified, which has essentially three requirements. The state, in the exercise of the state sovereignty, the state has four powers that are generally understood. One is the power to conduct foreign affairs. The second is the power of eminent domain, which is to take away property, including land, for a public purpose upon payment of compensation. The third is the power of taxation, and the fourth is what we call police powers, whereby the state can use even force and criminal law to enforce justice and police and regulate society. Right? These are the four powers that are inherent in state sovereignty. This is about eminent domain, one of those powers. Now, Article 19(1)(f) and 31 basically guarantee justiciable property rights. The exceptions to justiciability were included because there was a big push on land reforms. At the time that this was being drafted, we had the communists, we had the socialists who did not want there to be property rights at all. Nehru himself had come from within the Congress Socialist Party, and so there was a lot of debate and discussion. So essentially they included two clauses which ousted judicial review of pending land reform legislation pertaining to abolition of zamindari tenures and excluded laws affecting property rights in the exercise of taxation and police powers, because eminent domain is different from taxation and police powers. Is everyone with me thus far? Yeah?
Yes.